Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
How are you? You look awfully nice tonight. Maybe don't wear a bra next time.
Voices here, voices in your head. Sausage and drip from men and make it all, make your own.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Cosmic Drugs. I'm an addiction counselor that believes in alternative treatment methods that aren't allowed to be taught in a traditional rehab setting. I believe that one of those alternative treatment methods is learning yourself through astrology. The goal of these videos is to teach people the good and the bad of their signs, because with every zodiac sign there is a good side and there is a bad side, and you need to recognize the bad side in order to work on it to improve yourself. Today's video is just going to be an overall of the Leo energy, whether it be sun, moon, or ascending. Say you are a Leo sun. That doesn't mean that you are 100% all of those characteristics of the Leo. You're going to be a good portion of it, but you have other aspects in your chart that determines what type of a person you are. You have your ascendant, you have your moon, you have your Venus, you have like a bunch of other planets and houses and signs dedicated to those houses that all come into play when you're looking into self-enlightenment. When I say self-enlightenment, I mean getting to know yourself. I believe you need to get to know yourself through astrology if you're ever going to improve your life, if you're ever going to get over your depression, if you're ever going to get over your addictions, anxieties, whatever it may be. You need to learn yourself through astrology first, because this is the programming of you, of your brain, of your spirit. Lights, camera, action. Like whenever they walk into a room, like lights, camera, action. They're fucking, that's their fucking stage, and they're the fucking main fucking attraction. And that's just not how they think. That's the reality of the situation. Like, people really are drawn to Leos. If you work with a Leo, most likely people love being around that Leo. Like, they bring light to that building.
Hey Ryan, can I get you a pencil from the warehouse?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'll be right back. Woo! There you go.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
They always have a smile in their face. They love to like just make people laugh. They are the star of the show. They bring light to wherever they go because they are ruled by the sun. The phrase that goes with Leo is I will. I will. And when I think of that, the song lyric that comes to my mind is, I want it, I got it. I want it, I got it. You like my hair? Gee, thanks. Just bought it. I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it.
I want it, I got it. I want it, I got it. I want it, I got it. I want it, I got it.
If Leos want something, they got it.
Never ask my clients to judge me on my winners. I ask them to judge me on my losers because I have so few. And in the case of Aerotine, based on every technical factor out there, John, we are looking at a grand slam home run. Thank you for your vote of confidence, and welcome to the Investors Center. Yeah, thanks a lot, man. Bye-bye.
How'd you fucking do that?
Their confidence is like, yo, people really need to pay attention to a Leo's confidence because they get what they want. Leos are fire. So their action, if they want something, they'll get it. Love and loyalty is so fucking important to Leos. Like, if you don't love correctly and you aren't loyal, like, don't even think about being in a Leo's life. Please, like, don't. If you're not serious, do not be with a fucking Leo, because they take love and loyalty very fucking seriously. And don't fuck with it. Do not fuck with a Leo's trust, because you'll never get that shit back. You may, but they'll always think about it because you can't hurt their pride in any way. Leos are lions. They have a lot of pride, and you cannot bust that pride. Don't hurt that pride. Don't stab that pride in the back. You need to be loyal to a Leo. If you want a good Leo, if you want the best version of that Leo, you better be fucking loyal to them. Don't fuck around. Like, don't fuck around with Leos. Don't. They will fucking hurt. I don't say like don't fuck with Leos just because like rawr, they're lions, they'll hurt you. I say it in that sense, but I also say it in like, yo, you will really fucking hurt them. Leos, they feel, even though they're a fire sign, personally, when something is done to them, they feel that shit and it hurts them a lot. So please do not be with a Leo if you're not fucking loyal or if you don't really love them. Don't make a joke out of them. Like, ooh. Another thing about Leos, you better not make them look stupid. If you make a Leo look stupid, yo, they will make you look like a fucking joke. They will do anything to one-up you. If you made them look stupid, they will fucking make you look stupid times 10. Say if you fucking like, say if you're with a Leo, right? And you were caught maybe flirting with somebody. Like he went in your phone and saw that you were flirting with somebody. You made him look stupid. In his mind, like the actual flirting itself doesn't bother him. What bothers him is the fact that he looks stupid now. He looks like a bitch now because you're flirting with whoever. So you know what he's gonna do? He may flirt with your sister. He may flirt with somebody he knows that's gonna get you. Leo rules the heart and they know how to fuck someone's heart up. They are the sun. They know how to shut that light off quick. It can be very difficult to be in a relationship with a Leo because, especially males, like I haven't seen many Leo females in my own life because when I talk about these zodiac signs, I refer to me seeing them in real life because anybody can read something off the internet and like, you know, repeat it, but I like to talk about things that actually happened in my life because this is the age of Aquarius. You can just go online and Google fucking Leo shit yourself. I'm gonna give you my perspective of it, and I feel I have a great perspective on Leos. I have seen the worst side of Leos, but I've also seen the best fucking sides of Leos. So this video, it means a lot to me. Leos, they bring the sun, and you remember Leos. You remember them. But Leos are very hard to date because they're lions. And think of lions, I'm referring to males, a male Leo right now. If you are in a relationship with a male Leo, they expect a lot out of the female. They may put them like on a high pedestal, and not even like in a worshiping way, but they expect a lot out of them. And you think of lions in the real sense, like in the real world. The women are the ones that do the hunting and shit for the, what's it called, pack? Lion pack? That's a wolf. That's a wolf pack. Would you like to be a part of my wolf pack? What's a lion? I don't know. A lion pack? A lion belt? Get it? Orion's belt? A lion belt? Okay, I gotta stop. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, in the little lion group, the women do the hunting, and not only do they do the hunting, but when they come back from the hunting, the men eat first, then the kids, then the women. So I'm not saying all Leos are like this, but it is pretty common that Leos expect a lot out of the women that they date, but they don't give back enough. And you just may not realize this because this is how you're programmed. It's not your fault. People also got to remember that this is not, you can't blame Leos. You can't like hate Leos for acting certain ways because that's how they're programmed. Now, the best thing a Leo can do is just learn about himself. But if you don't learn about yourself, it's hard to realize like what is going on because people see the world through different lenses. And I mean, you can't blame some people for acting the way that they act because that's how they're programmed. Okay, so Leos, you put a lot on people, especially the people that you're dating, and you don't give enough back. You need to Also give them compliments all the time. So Leos need to be praised. Leos need to be praised, like applause. Leos need applause. They are in a play, like their life, their everyday life is a movie, and they are the main attraction, and they are the star, and they need to be fucking applauded, like, for everything they do. Like, Leos would literally love if people, you know, like, those old school shows where they have, like, you know, an audience in the background, and like they're always like, ooh, ah, ho, yeah, woo. If it was a job to like hire somebody to like follow you around and like do that for you, Leos would pay top fucking dollar for that shit. Now that's a fucking investment. Now that's something I can get behind. Leos would love that shit because they need it. They need recognition. If you don't give them recognition, like, they may do shit that is negative just to get that attention because they need attention. Leos is the #1 sign that needs fucking attention. So, like, so they're a fire sign, right? They're a fire sign. So think of like fanning a fire. You gotta think of it like that. Like, you're fanning that fire to keep it burning. Say this was lit and it starts to go out, but if you blow on it, if you give it a little thing, then it'll go up again. Think of Leos like that. If you aren't giving them that attention, that fire's gonna burn out. And you don't want that, because then the Leo will do anything to stay lit, even if it's negative. That's the thing. Like, you need to give them that attention. And if you don't give them that attention, like, don't even be with a Leo. Seriously, because there are things that Leos can improve on, but you shouldn't expect a Leo to be with you if you aren't giving them that attention. Like, they need it, you know? And they shouldn't have to dim their light for you. Say you're in a relationship with a Leo and you don't give them enough attention, or they do something good and you don't appreciate it, or you don't show them that you appreciate it enough. Like, it's one thing to really appreciate it. Like, you may really appreciate something, but if they don't see it, if you don't physically tell them, if you don't like physically show them how much you appreciate it and like tell them kind of over and over again, it doesn't matter if you really appreciate it. What matters is you telling them and showing them. And if you don't show them that you appreciate it, they may not do that nice thing for you anymore. But say they do something bad and you give that shit a lot of attention. Like, yo, and you fight about it, you express how much you disliked that, and it gets a lot of attention. They're more likely, subconsciously, they don't realize that they're doing this. But subconsciously, they're gonna start doing that negative thing more often because you gave that more attention than the good thing. And people need to realize this about Leos. That's why I think people that aren't Leos need to watch this video too, because they need to realize this about you, Leos. They need to realize this. Now, this is something you can work on, Leos. When somebody's having a conversation with you and maybe like opening up and like telling you something about their day, Leos tend to they'll hear what you're saying, but then they will turn the conversation around on them. Like, oh, that happened to you today? Yo, you know, that actually happened to me too. That happened like last week. And they'll literally go into a whole story about that situation you were talking about, but make it about them. Leos are the fucking kings and queens of turning a conversation around and making it about them. Like, that's something you can work on, Leos. Like, please, you need to be better listeners. You just do. And that's where astrology can really help. That's where this channel could really help you, because my job is just to have you become consciously aware. Because once you become consciously aware, then you can make a conscious effort to changing the bad aspects about any particular sign you're researching. And if you become consciously aware of other signs, say a sign that you may be dating, or your father or your mother or friend, brother, sister, daughter, son. Once you become consciously aware that these are the aspects that may come out in the particular sign, you'll be able to deal with it better and not take things so personally. A lot of people will take things personally, like when Leos change the conversation about what you're talking about and making about them, realize they're not doing it because they are narcissists, even though they really do have the most confidence, and their confidence may be twisted and misunderstood as cockiness, which it could be.
That is a really interesting painting.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's me taking the bull by the horns. That's how I handle my business. It's a metaphor.
Like, you gotta remember, everything in this world, everything about this life is about balance. Too much of a good thing turns into a bad thing. Too much of a bad thing may turn into a good thing. I don't know. Take, for example, confidence. You need confidence, and people can learn how to become confident from Leos. They could take some good advice from Leos. But Leos, remember, there's a thin line between confidence and fucking cocky, bro. Like, yo, like, just realize, like, don't be super cocky because it can turn people off, because not everybody is as confident as you. When you think of a king and you think of a queen, that is a fucking Leo. Leos are the kings. Leos are the queens. Leos are literally fucking royalty, and they take it seriously. They need to be treated as such because they literally are. That's their archetype. Royalty, lions, lion and lioness. You know, I don't know, I haven't really been on Facebook or anything lately, but I remember when I used to be on Facebook, it was like a big ass thing, like, I'm your king, I'm your queen, and there was always like memes and pictures of like the lion and the lioness, and people were getting tattoos of like king and queen. That is Leo all the fucking way. Like, you better treat the person that you're with, you better treat that Leo like a king, like a queen, because they are that. People like just feel good and feel warm around the Leo, and literally when they walk into a room, it's literally like the sun just walked in. It's beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. They have a smile on their face. They love to make people laugh. They just want to brighten up the mood. They want to brighten up the room. They want to brighten up the mood. They want to lighten up the mood. They want to laugh. They want to make people laugh. They want to make people feel happy. They like, how people look at Leos is very important. Almost like Capricorn, but in a better way. Think of maybe Capricorn as like the devil and Leo as the angel. Leos, because they really are kind at heart. And Capricorns can be more dark, but Leos are just light-hearted. Think of like the cowardly lion. Like, they really are, they're very sensitive. Leos are very fucking sensitive. They're very sensitive. And it's like I said before, it's hard to be in a relationship with a Leo. If you're a woman dating a Leo, it depends on the aspects of the Leos, because like I said, with balance, there are good Leos and there are bad Leos. And it's very hard to please a bad Leo, because you could say one thing, like literally anything, like just cracking a joke, and they will get so fucking pissed. And literally, you'll feel it. If you say something that pisses the Leo off, even if it was like just a joke and you made like a light kind of joke, kind of like, you know, joking around, like laughing at them, you'll know they're pissed, because it will literally feel like someone turned off the light. It's that noticeable. It's like they have a vibe that is felt as soon as it turns off. If you, literally, like if you throw shade on that sun, the room will go dark and you will feel it. Like, oh man, I'm thinking about like, I know Leos, like I know Leos. I've seen the best sides, but I've also seen the very, very worst sides of the Leo. And when you say something that the Leo doesn't like, you literally feel it. And they're babies. I'm sorry, I'll say it. Leos are big fucking babies, bro. Like, Leos are fucking babies. They can't take it. They can't take any fucking criticism. They can't even take a joke being made about them.
I have to go make a call.
Seriously, like, bro, that's a thing you need to learn. Like, you are a baby. Take a fucking joke, bro. Don't ruin the whole night.
I don't know, man. You go to the right schools, you always try to do the right thing. Always make tax-deductible charitable contributions. You vote for a black man for president, a black man, and what do you get? Nice kick to the scrot. You know, I always used to say, no regrets. Well, I always used to should have say, regret everything. Ooh, almost.
Leos can't take that. It hurts their pride. They are royalty. They demand respect. Say you're in a relationship with a Leo and you're going to like a Christmas party. They will literally ruin the whole fucking party and because you said something that they took the wrong way. You disrespect them, even if it's in a joking way, they'll ruin the whole fucking night. And they'll get that. Everybody in the party will feel it too. Like, you'll get the call from your aunt being like, are you okay? You might have to leave that party early. And it sucks. Like, that sucks. That's a bad quality about Leos. So it needs to be remembered that Leo is fixed fire. And fixed, whenever you have a fixed sign, that means they're like stuck. They're stuck in their ways. They're fixed. They're fixed in their opinions. They're fixed in the way they act and what they do. So it's hard to change a Leo's mind. It's hard to change a Leo's mannerisms or the way he goes about things.
Oh, hello, Kate. I wasn't aware I was paying you to socialize.
And like, what I've noticed about being in a relationship with a Leo is they don't dilly-dally around fucking like yes or no answers. Like, if they ask you something, you better give them a yes or a no answer. Say like a Leo, you're fighting with a Leo, and they say like, do you still want to be with me? And if you don't give them a yes or a no answer, they aren't hearing what you're saying. Like, they aren't. Like, so say somebody would be like, you know, I do want to be with you, but I don't know. Like, I'm waiting to see if, you know, things work out. I don't know if you are really changed. If you do really change, then yes, I will be with you. But if you're going to do the same old shit, then no, I don't want to be with you. They didn't hear anything you just said because you didn't give them a straight answer. Even if you give like a really good explanation to why you don't know, they didn't hear anything because they're waiting to hear that yes or no. You know? That's what I fucking remember about Leos. They really feel strongly about love and loyalty. If a Leo is not mature, they aren't so fucking loyal. They will expect loyalty from their partner, but they may not be completely loyal. Especially an immature Leo or a negative side of Leo. There are two sides to Leos. Not all Leos may be like this, but it has to be known that there are Leos that are not faithful because they love attention. They need that attention, and if somebody else is giving it to them at that point of time, they're going to gravitate towards that.
No, I've got to get Dr. Evil. I've got to get Dr. Evil. No, baseball, cold showers.
Leos, they can cheat on their partner for like their whole fucking relationship, but then once that person goes ahead and cheats on the Leo, oh fuck, bro. Like, oh no, the world is fucking over now. Like, the Leo doesn't even think about the times they cheated on their partner. They're like, yo, you cheated on me? On me? How fucking dare you? How dare you? Literally, how dare you? Like, they don't think, oh, I fucking cheated on this person, like, for years. They don't remember that. They just look at what you did, and you're the piece of shit now. They don't think, like, oh, I got what's coming to me. No, they think that you're a piece of shit. And what they did, like, it doesn't matter what they did because they can do whatever they want. That's how they feel. They literally feel like that. Leos, you need to know this is a quality that you may possess. I'm not saying you possess it, but this is a quality of Leos. They hold a certain standard to whoever they are with, but they themselves don't measure up to that standard. So, like, Leo, you have to realize if you want something done to you, You need to be the role model and show it to that other person as well. And you can't expect them to be faithful, give you compliments all the time if you aren't going to do that for them. Because people, you know, have feelings. People need attention as well. Like, you need to realize that you have to give it sometimes. Leos forget to give it because they are the king. They are the lion. They are the male lion, even female. Like, even females, like females, you have to realize that it's written in the Leo archetype as the male fucking lion. Like, you're the leader of the pack. So a lot of female Leos overpower the relationship. Female Leos wear the pants in the relationship, and I don't give a fuck who says differently. Women, Leos, literally wear the fucking pants in the relationship. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they had a strap on and, like, you know, fuck their boyfriend with it. Leos, if you've been in a relationship with somebody and you have cheated on them, I recommend not even trying to make it work, because Leos don't like to be looked at in a bad way. Like, they could have done like the worst possible thing to you. They could have done, like, you know, they could have cheated on you with your fucking daughter's father's girlfriend, or like they could have hit you. They could have done the worst possible thing. But they can't take the criticism. They can't take the repercussions of their actions. That's a good way to put it. Leos cannot handle the repercussions of their actions. They need to be looked at in a good light. And even though they may have done some fucked up things, they can't handle the fact that they did that. And they can't handle hearing about it. And they can't handle the fact that they know that you look at them differently now. If you aren't looking up at them, like, you need to look up at them. And if you think negatively about them, the relationship is going to suffer. The relationship is very hard to, like, get back, because Leos need to be looked at as the light of the room. And they don't want to be looked at in a bad light, even if they did things to make them look that way. So it's written in the archetype that it's hard to come back. Once you've had a bad relationship, once you've done things to make that relationship bad, even if it was your fault, and that person decides to give you a second chance, it's almost not worth it, because, like, it's almost not worth it. Because the Leo will start to resent that person, even though that person didn't do anything wrong. They will begin to resent them because they know they think negatively about them. I don't know if that's making sense, but I'm trying to, like, put it in a way that people will understand. Say, Leo, you love that person, right, Leo? And you want to, like, you're sorry and you want to be with them and you want to make it work and you want to, like, you know, make up for what you did. There's something written in a Leo's code that you're never gonna feel right in the relationship. It's almost not worth it, because Leo, you want to feel good. And Leos are they're very prideful people, but you gotta also look at it as they're very shameful. They hate themselves after doing that. And they don't like to be reminded of the shit that they've done bad. Because with Leos too, it's like, you almost can't blame them, because if they're immature, think of like a kitten or something. Like, kittens, when they're young, like, they play, like, they fight. They're kittens, they're gonna do kitten things. If a little kitten wants to play with them, they're gonna play with that kitten. Like, that's just how they're wired. But once they get older and mature, then maybe they'll only want to play with their fucking kitten, their cat relationship. I don't know if that makes sense. Leos can be very promiscuous while they're younger, but once they get older and mature, they become extremely fucking loyal to whoever they're with. But you have to know that it's in a lot of Leos that they could be promiscuous. They don't chase anybody. They won't chase the attention. They expect the attention to come to them, and attention naturally comes to the Leos. Once a Leo broke that trust, it's hard to get back in a relationship with them, because you can't expect them not to talk to other people. You can't expect them not to talk to other girls or other guys, because they will. They're not going to stop that. And if you broke that trust already, then you almost are fucked. Like, if you're going to be with a Leo, you have to have confidence in yourself. You have to be secure in yourself to realize that Leos can talk to girls, but you have to know that they won't really cheat on you. And once a Leo is matured and focused on you and married to you, they will be extremely loyal to you. And even though they may flirt with people, it'll just stay at that. Like, they won't let it go any further than that. And it's hard for some to accept that. Like Leos, if you're a guy, they'll have a lot of girlfriends. Like, not like girlfriends, but a lot of women friends. And you need to allow that Leo to have that. What I've noticed, and I'm not saying this is true for everybody that's a Leo, but Leos, it's very easy for Leos to get abusive. And it's because they are fiery and they get hurt easily. And Leos act on their emotions before they think about them. It's hard. Leos don't think before they act. Leos just act.
Bring your bib, because it's gonna get messy. Let's bounce.
And then it's hard for them to deal with the consequences after. They're a lion. You got to think of what lions are. They are aggressive. And not only are they aggressive, they get hurt easily. So it's very easy for a Leo to become abusive. And how you could work through this, Leo, is knowing that you have the potential to get like this. And don't be with somebody that's gonna bring that side out in you, because sometimes you really cannot control it. And we have to realize this as a society, that sometimes people just can't control it. That's just how they are. And I know it's very hard to say that, and it's a harsh reality to deal, but just realize that this is a potential you have. This is a risk that you take on when you are with a Leo. And I'm not saying all Leos are like this, because they are 100% not. 100% not. It all matters what is in the chart and situational things with a Leo. You have to realize that not all Leos are like this. There are the sweetest of hearts of Leo that literally would not hurt a fly. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, there are two different Leos. There's thousands of different Leos, but you have to realize that just because there's one Leo that wouldn't hurt a fly, there's another Leo that would fucking torture that fucking fly just to get that attention from the fly. If you see signs of that before entering into the relationship, even women, I'm not just saying men are the only abusive Leos, but if you see signs of that, just know they have that potential within them. And that's something you're gonna have to work through as a couple. Leos are very blunt. Don't ask them for their opinion if you don't wanna hear the fucking truth, because they'll be blunt. If you ask them, do I look fat in that dress? If you look fat, they're gonna tell you. They're just very raw and honest, and sometimes it can be taken the wrong way. If you have a booger in your nose or something, they'll be the first ones to tell you. Bro, can you fix your nose? You got something going on there. If your hair looks messy, they'll be like, fix your hair. Fix your hair.
Are you gonna change?
Ooh, I already did.
It's no big deal. You look really, really nice. Terry, you don't have to be polite, okay? She looks kind of shitty.
How their partner looks means a lot to them, because they want to look good. Just as a Capricorn wants to look good with who they're with, Leo's even more so, appearance wise. Capricorns, they care more about status. They care about being in relationships that are successful. Leos care more about the surface level, how they just look appearance wise.
Honey, take a picture of me so you can remember me when I was beautiful.
Well, you're gonna get worse?
Shut up and take the picture.
You could be a fucking stripper and Leos would be okay with that, because as long as you are a good looking one, that's all they care about. Because Leos want to be the star. Leos want to be the star. They want to be the breadwinner. They want to be the one that provides for the family, and they need the praise for it too. Oh, thank you, daddy. Thanks, daddy. thank you, you're such a strong man, you pay for everything, yay, good boy, thank you. Like, Leos need that. They need to feel masculine. Leos need to feel like they have that masculine role, that they are the breadwinners. But yeah, a lot of people can't handle the bluntness of Leos because some people may take it as the Leo is picking on them because they're constantly saying like, yo, fix your shirt, tuck your shirt in, you got something in your nose, fix your hair. Like, oh, those pants, you're gonna wear those pants? You're gonna wear that shirt with those shoes? I don't know about that. I don't know, I'm not saying it looks bad, I'm just saying I don't know about it.
You come in here dressed like a hobo, it's distracting.
I know you're working. I'm so sorry.
Come on. Seriously.
Come on, what?
Who is that?
It's the old ball and chain.
Get over here.
Not right now.
Okay.
Look, they're not all first-round picks, okay?
You need to have a lot of self-confidence in yourself to be with a Leo because they literally nitpick at you. And they aren't doing this in a that's the thing you gotta realize about Leo, is they're not doing it to be a dick. People may take it as they're doing it to be a dick, but they're really just trying, they're just honest. They don't think before they talk. If they notice something, they're gonna tell you. And I know this is something personally that I had a hard time dealing with. Like, I wasn't confident enough in myself to be able to handle constantly being told that I have something on my face, or that my shirt doesn't look good, or that, like, you know, my outfit didn't match. But they're really not doing it to be a dick. They're really just doing it to be like, yo, like, you could look better. You could do better, you know? Like, you got something on your face, like. And it's a good thing that they're doing this because you don't want to be walking around fucking town with a booger in your nose. Like, you should be happy they're telling you this. But if you're not confident, the thing is, like, they just do it all the time. So even though, like, yeah, it's a good look to tell somebody they have a booger in their face, but if you just got done, like, tearing apart their fucking outfit that they were wearing and their hair, as soon as you tell them you have a booger in their face, they can be like, yo, what the fuck? Like, okay, oh, do I look okay for you, bro? That's what happened to me. Like, I let it get to me, and that was my fault. That was my fault that I let the nitpicking get to me, because that's just how Leos are. They're not doing it to be a dick. They're just doing it to look out for you. Not even just for you, but they want to make sure you look good to make them look good as well. Leos are one of the easiest people to spot in a room. Like, if you're trying to figure out which sign someone is, Leos are the easiest people to spot because they are literally the sun and they get all the attention. They're very smooth. They're very charming. They are, you know, they really are. They know how to finesse people. They finesse people, bro. Like, they will get ya. Because, like, Leos, they have a lot of self-confidence, right? So say Leos can pick people up, like, easily. Leos have a lot of admirers. People admire Leos. They look up to Leos. They worship Leos. Like, Jesus is the sun, like, God is the sun, and people worship the sun. So think of Leos like that. People will worship Leos. And even if you don't like a Leo, so say, like, you never even had a crush on this Leo. Leos have so much self-confidence. They think everybody has crushes on them. They think everybody wants them. Even if they don't, they could not want them. But Leos think that they do. And how they get so many women, how they get so many men is because they will be talking to somebody and they think that you like them. They think that you want them. So whenever you think that, you always talk with a little more, you know, more smoothness, with a little more finesse, with a little more flirtation. And because they're so confident and they start talking to you that way, then you really do start to like that Leo. Like, they finesse you into liking them because they think that you already like them. So they talk to you in a certain type of way, and that gets you to really like them.
There's no reason we need to be shackled by the strictures of the employee-employer relationship. Unless, of course, you're into that sort of thing. In which case, I got some shackles in the back. I'm just kidding. But seriously, I've got them.
It's hard not to like a Leo. It's really hard not to like a Leo. And if you don't like that Leo, you secretly hate that Leo. Because Leos, while they have admirers, they also have haters. They have secret admirers and they have secret haters. And I mean, and the people that hate on Leos are the people that are not self-confident. Because, I mean, I'm sorry, but if you don't like a Leo, it's because you don't like yourself. And Leos, they love themselves. Leos literally love themselves. And when they're in a relationship, they think of it as you're lucky to be with them. They don't really ever think that they're lucky to be with you. They literally see it as you're lucky to be granted him or her because they are such a fucking prize. And you know, that's just their personality, you know, you gotta just expect it from a Leo. Like that's...
I want to run the kind of office where anyone can walk through my door and say, Michael, you're doing this all wrong. Because then I can say, no, 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 no. This is why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. Actually, you're wrong. Oh, of course, yes, my mistake. That's why you're the best.
Leos have natural creative abilities and like really good ones too, whether it be art or music or acting. Leos are great fucking actors. They need to be able to express that creativity or they can get very anxious. I find that Leos are very anxious people more than depressed. Leos can get depressed, like everybody can get depressed, but I find that Leos get more anxious. Because Leos are the sun, so it's harder for them to get depressed, like sad, and not want to do anything and sit inside. Like, that's not a Leo. Like, Leo will not show their depression in that way. Leos are more likely to self-sabotage. Leos are the type that if they get depressed, they may go to the bar and drink themselves to death. Because they still want to be around people. They still need that attention. They don't want to sulk. Like, they don't sulk in the dark. They sulk where people can still notice them. So Leos, when they get depressed or have addictions, like they are the bar rats, you know, and they are the star of the show at that bar. They literally need to feel like they are on a stage.
So that's a stage.
Yes.
All right, yeah. You know, that'll work. That'll work for my roast. Need a big chair, comfy chair, like a throne for the man of honor. Or I will do finger guns, or I will do the point, like, oh, you got me. What?
I got your big picture you wanted.
No. I need a big picture. Something to cover the whole back of the dais.
I have to go to the printer.
Well, go, please. Oh, and get me a drum and a cymbal. I want to do badump bumps.
Rim shots.
No, badump bumps.
Technical term is rim shots.
What else can I do when I'm laughing?
And they need to feel like they are being recognized and they are being applauded and they are being oohed and awed at. So if they aren't like an entertainer, they are going to seek that entertainment out in any way, shape, or form. So Leos are very known to be the bar rats because they can put on a show at that bar. Like, they bring light to wherever they are. So if they go to a certain bar every day, like that is where they feel comfortable. They like to put on a show for people. And that's where it could be coming out negative. When you're thinking about astrology and talking about signs of astrology, you need to realize that a Leo sitting on the couch eating potato chips is going to look like a Capricorn sitting on the couch eating potato chips. Like, this, whenever you're looking into like characteristics about a person, you have to realize you're not going to see these characteristics unless they are doing things in life that calls for those characteristics to come out. If they're working a job, that brings it out. If they're in a relationship, that brings it out. Remember that. So even if you're doing research and being like, I don't identify with anything you're saying, my boyfriend doesn't act anything like that, my girlfriend doesn't act anything like that. Remember, are you involved in that person's life to see these aspects? Because they may be living a life that the characteristics aren't able to come out. So if you're with a lazy Leo, like, you're not gonna see this side of a Leo if they're just home all day doing nothing with their life. Because even though they have a Leo sun, moon, or rising, they could have another aspect in their chart that makes them a couch potato. You only know if you look into somebody's birth chart. That's why I recommend you need to get your birth chart. You need to see the whole spectrum of your personality because there are so many different things that go into making a person who they are. And I really recommend you get a reading from a professional astrologer. Even me, I just wanna self-promote a little bit. As I said in the beginning of the video, I'm an addiction counselor, and I didn't mention that I quit my job as an addiction counselor to create Cosmic Drugs because I saw that the rehab industry was not up to my standards, at least, not up to my Capricorn standards. So I didn't feel comfortable working in an industry that I believe made people worse. Like, I think it was making people worse. So I don't want to get into it too much, but I just didn't feel comfortable working in that industry. So I quit my job to create Cosmic Drugs. So I have no income right now. Like, my main goal is to help people. So if you like my content, if you wanna help support Cosmic Drugs, get a reading from me. This is my job, to help people realize the aspects within themselves that they didn't know they may have had. There's astrologers that charge like $200, $300 just to interpret their natal birth chart, somebody's natal birth chart. I'm offering a very cheap $11 interpretation. And I really recommend you get it because, like, just know I'm a Capricorn, and if this is my job now, you best believe, like, I'm going full throttle into it, and I'm gonna give you the best service possible because I don't wanna look dumb. Like, I'm not gonna charge you for something if I'm not gonna put my 100% effort into. But just know, like, I'm gonna be straight up with you. If I see something in your chart that you know, says it may come out negatively in your life, I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything because you need to know the bad aspects that you may have. And so don't get offended. Like, please don't get offended. Just know, and I may be wrong. Who knows? I may be wrong, but probably not. No. Leos, I just want you to know, like, you hold a special place in my heart. And a lot of people that were in relationships with Leos, you don't know what you had until it's gone. And Leos can be very cocky, and it may be a bad trait for Leos to think like you're lucky to be with them, but in all reality, you really are lucky to be with that guy. You really are lucky to be with that woman, that king, that queen. So please appreciate the Leo, even though they could be cocky. Like, just accept it. Just accept that's a part of their personality. And if you hype them up, they will hype you up if they watch my videos and know they should be doing that. I hold you very near and dear to me. I've seen the best sides of you. I've seen the worst sides of you. And even with the worst qualities, I still love Leos, and I love the energy, and I could empathize with that energy. So you're great people. I love you, Leos. Thank you for watching. I'm Courtney Days, and this is Cosmic Drugs.
When I beat the case, out of space, so I'm in your face. Outer space, I got stars to chase. Got a duff for that suits the case. Got diamonds like I play an ace. I'll run it up. You got shoes to lace. I'll ran it up just to lose some weight. I'm an early bird and you running late. Working hard, so I lose sleep. I won't sleep till the family eat. Went to Phoenix Avenue, I felt the heat. Got your girl in my box of briefs. I want all the smoke cause I'm the chief. Execution if you're a thief.